Hey, good morning. How you guys doing? I'm Lou with the fly department here at the Goose Hummock, and we thought it's time that we gave you a brief tour of what we've been doing over the past couple of years, if you haven't been down here to see, in terms of content and variety of equipment and fly tying materials. So with that said, I'll walk you through real quick. We've got a pretty good selection of fly reels. They are ranging in price and ranging in size from 3 weight up to 10, 12 weight reels. We have them coming in from Lamson, from Rio, Fairbanks, in terms of Redington, Sage, and good variety of the hatch reels as well. So what you're seeing here is differences in price and weight in terms of application, fresh and salt, and you'll find, I'm pretty sure, what you're looking for in the quality of reels here. You can go from completely corrosion resistant to a little less expensive. So these guys sit on top of some of the best fly rods you're going to find in the area. You've got, again, full spectrum. We go from the Fairbanks line of Redington reels running from 3 weight all the way up to 12 weight. And the Redington rods that we have are the Crux, the Trace, the Path, all the way through into the switch rods that we carry a couple of. On top of the Redingtons, we have TFO, Temple Fork Outfitters. Again, lightweight, 4 weights up to 12 weights. 9 weight is probably what we're going to find most for our anglers here on the saltwater section, but with 366 freshwater ponds on the Cape, there's plenty of action on the freshwater side, and there's plenty of real rods that we can put you to here at the Goose. Moving over to the other rack of fly rods, we carry the Thomas & Thomas Zone series and Sexton series. The Sage rods, last year we got in the first order of the Sage Salt R8, great rods, and a good selection of Lumas as well. So again, depending on your skill levels and your budget, we hope that we have a good spectrum of and variety of things that you can choose from. But I wanted to show you one other thing that we carry on the rods. For those of you who are thinking about getting into fly fishing and are perhaps confused by what I should do in terms of weight and price, we've got 10 different combos that Redington put together. They range from lightweight freshwater up to heavier weight saltwater. What's nice about them is they're a fixed price, and what you get with the combo is the rod, the reel, the line, and the leader, as well as a carrying case. It kind of comes in a case like this. So if you have any ideas or a good surprise birthday party, a good surprise birthday gift for somebody, this would be something to look at. It's not going to put you over the top in terms of price. When it comes to waders, we have quite a selection here at the Goose. We have just a few samples here, but in fact what we carry are going to be, there's some upstairs as well as what's here, but what we have, just to run you through them really quickly, on the Sims line we have the Tributary Stocking Foot. We also have the boots. We have the Sims G3 Guide with the Vibram boot, the Freestone series, and the Free Salt boot. That's quite a selection right there. On the Frog Togs, we have the Hellbender chest waders in 4-ply nylon. We have the Amphibs, which are a neoprene chest wader. Steel headers, again, that's 4-ply. Raina 2s, that's a PV chip. The Migration series and the Bullfrogs hip waders, along with the Pilot 2s, Canyon 2s, and Grand Chesapeake. So there's a lot of waders and hip waders for you to choose from, both stocking foot and boot foot. We also have a good selection of the Grunden boundaries and the boundary zips. So come on down. We got them in loads of sizes, and we're getting more in all the time. You'll also see, if you come down and visit, just a brief view here of different types of packs that we have for on-the-water fishing as well as getting to the water. So you'll find both waterproof and water-resistant a series of bags and boat boxes. But for the fly fishermen, there's a good selection of sling pack as well as chest packs and backpacks. Again, come on down, take a look, and be glad to put you into some of these. Moving more into the fly tying area, you're going to find some things before we get into that, some of the things you're going to find helpful on the water, your typical selection of forceps, scissors, and hook horns. So plenty of those. Walking sticks for that rocky bottom that when you're walking on the creeks and the rivers. Lots of fly boxes. Stripping baskets. Those of you who understand the art of the fly fisherman and don't have a stripping basket, this is where you want to go. The line curve is pretty much what everybody is very familiar with when it comes to stripping baskets. But I did want to show you one thing. We brought them in last year for the first time, and they were sold out. So I wanted to show you this flex stripper. It comes with the belt and the pegs, and what it is obviously is a stripping basket without the wall. So the water that when you're wading in the flats or wherever, the water that may come into the basket doesn't collect with this. It's a very simple procedure to put this together. You take the pin and you just put it up through the holes that are pre-drilled in the plate, and you'll end up with a sort of a forest of these line holders. Nice little deal. Come on down and visit that. When it comes to the flies themselves, pre-tied flies, we've got a good selection of freshwater and saltwater. The freshwater flies we've got into categories of bait fish, dry flies, nymphs small and nymphs large, miscellaneous freshwater, egg patterns, terrestrials, and woolly buggers, lots of woolly buggers. So a good selection there for you to come in and choose from, a good selection of sizes, and we're always getting more in. On the saltwater side, what we fish for with so much here in the Cape is the dominant application, and that's the clousers, the half and halves, the sand eels, the squid patterns, shrimp patterns. Crab patterns are something you've got to have in your basket if you're going to be going fly fishing here in the Cape. It is a primary source of food for striped bass. And then we go to large bait fish patterns and an assortment of things that you might find interesting for some of the freshwater, topwater, popper series. If you're into fly tying or you're not, we've got a variety of vices, both rotary and non-rotary. There are peak vices that we carry. Good price range on these guys. We have a couple of different fly tying kits that are prepackaged for you to be looking at. This comes with everything you need to get started, with a good assortment of feathers and hooks and a vise. A couple of different approaches to that. So come down, take a look, take a peek, and got a couple of long neck LED fly tying lights if that's something you're going to be looking for. So plenty to look at here in terms of tying. Obviously, you want to know about line. Line is a critical component of fly fishing, and we've got a great assortment of both Rio and Scientific Angler. We run from saltwater and weight forward 9 weights, 8 weights, all the way through to 450 grains. We have coastal quick shooter, we have outbound short, we have a load of different lines and weights for the fly fishermen in Rio and the freshwater side as well, going from weight forward 4s and 5s, and then some specific lines that are more for cold weather, cold water, and some sinking and floating and intermediate runs. Scientific Angler, same thing, great line. The same sort of spread in terms of application and what you might find necessary here in the Cape, either be it surf fishing, be it the bay fishing on the flats, or in fact on the freshwater. So loads to look at there. Tippet and leader material runs the full gamut from 7X on the light side all the way through 25-pound, 24-pound leader material and tippet. So come on down and fill your basket. Some boxes you can look at that are interesting for whether you're a boat box or you want to carry it in your backpack for holding your flies in place. Let's take a quick look down this way and you'll see some of the fly tying material that we've collected, both from our own knowledge of what we feel is something that ought to be there for the customer, but also adding whenever we don't have what a customer is looking for, and asking the customers what is it that we could be putting on the pegs that'll help you tie what you want to tie in. So this is a constantly evolving wall, but what you'll find when you come down here are the synthetics, and that goes through the Enrico Puglisi EP brush and EP fiber to the Steve Farrar blends, all the way through your typical Flashaboos and crystal flashes, lots and lots and lots of zonkers, rabbit strip in, I don't know, we've got probably 25 colors here. Lots of emulator, ice wing materials for tying, as well as the crab legs. I'll go back to the crab being a very important food source, and you'll see where we've got probably 15 different colors, 20 different colors, and as well we this year brought in these leg pullers, which are a pretty good little deal if you're making crab flies or any fly that requires you to be pulling it through the material that you're tying with. So come on down. Finally, as we walk towards the end of this wall, we brought in last year the howitzer on the Surface Seducer series. This works well as the howitzer head, which is a popper head, and the double barrel, which is a slider popper. You look at these along with the articulated shanks that we have in place, and you'll develop a real hankering, I think, for tying these in with a movement of 5 or 6 different articulated shanks to get a real great bait fish action on your fly. That whole series right here is nothing but beads and eyes, and they are stick-ons, they are holographic, they are dumbbell. I hope that we've ordered pretty much anything you can hope for, but if we don't have it, just let us know and we'll go after it. So that's that. On this side of the wall, we've got this is more the synthetics with some naturals. These are all the furs and feather. So got your bucktails, half capes, half grizzly saddles, moving through the strung shackle, the strung saddle hackle, and a couple of I'd say more exotics when it gets past the schlappens, but some of the peacocks and saddle feathers for double wings. Okay, anything else that you're going to need to put all that together is going to be the thread, and we just got finished putting on the wall the threads that we've received, and it's going to take you through a series of, in weights, I can take you through the mono filament, which I use a lot when I'm tying. We do have some lead wire here for you as well, but we go from the 3/0, the 6/0 flat braids, and then deniers. We've got the 70, 140, 200, 210, and 240 denier. So that's I think what you're going to find is a great assortment of color, as well as the weight of the thread that you're tying with. We also have the Vivus Lucent series, and again, I think you're going to find pretty much everything you need to have in your bag when you're starting that tying job. So come on down, take a good look. Love to see you, love to talk to you, love to have you tell us what we have to put in the wall that's not there. Talk to you soon.